Hey everyone, welcome to Star Atlas Dowcast, the #1 channel for news, education, and all things Star Atlas. Now before you can play the game Star Atlas, you need to choose a faction. In this episode, we'll dive into your choices and help you to decide which one to join. Before we start, I'd like to remind you that liking the video goes a long way in supporting this channel, and if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe to be alerted when I post more videos. So first, let's clarify what you can't do, or rather what this video is not about. You can't choose a race yet, you can't create an avatar, you can't officially register to a DAC, you can't save a username, and you can't actually play the game, besides the play to earn minigame. So factions aren't all super important yet. Even the CEO Michael Wagner said, don't stress it. Sign up for a faction to play the minigames, then before the shit missions start, you can always move your assets to a new wallet if you want to change your race. So that means we can have fun with it. In Star Atlas, there are 3 different factions you can choose from: Mud, Oni, and Ustur. Now eventually there will be different perks associated with each one. For instance, before the main game launches, you'll be able to send your ships on missions where they can actually bring back resources specific to the local cluster of that faction. The second thing to note is that this cannot be changed. Once you pick a faction, you'll have to open and register with a new wallet to pick a new faction. Lastly, registering for a faction will cost a small gas fee, so I recommend having at least 0.03 Solana in your wallet to be safe. Okay, let's dive into it. Each faction has different advantages. The Mud faction, which includes the human race, excels in firepower and manufacturing. The Oni faction, which is a mixed group of various alien species, specializes in stealth and scanning distance. And the Ustur, which includes a race of sentient androids, excels in exploration and hull strength. That being said, every faction has firepower, scanning abilities, manufacturing, and all that, but it seems that the resources available to mine in their respective sectors favor specific specialties. So let's take a look at each faction in depth. All right, so right now I'm at play.staratlas.com, and the first thing I want to do is connect my wallet. So I'll click to connect wallet down here. I will reconnect my Phantom wallet because I've already done it once, and it'll ask for my password. Once I unlock it, you'll see that it's connected because we'll see disconnect, and I'll click close. Now, in other videos, we'll go over the leaderboards, the marketplace, all this really cool things here. But today we're focusing on factions. So to choose a faction, click choose faction here. And here we can read more about each one. So in all the walkthroughs that I've seen, everyone starts with Mud because they're on the left, but my personal favorite on the surface is the Oni region. So let's go ahead and check it out. Right off the bat, really cool. We have an alien and a blue planet in the background. Let's read what they're all about. The Oni faction is a harmonious consortium of diverse species. The people of the Ohm sector, Segal, Akhenaut, and Nuno systems collectively set aside their differences in the hopes of a more bountiful life in space. So we've got, let's try that again, Segal, Akhenaut, and Nuno. After the near total wartime extinction of the Sogmian race, the Miris, Punab, and Fotoli united firmly together under a strategic military pact to save their desperate ally. Through this pact, a breakthrough weapon of war was constructed. Before retaliation took hold to destroy the region's life force, a truce was soon declared for the betterment of all factions, and peace settled throughout. The benefits of joining the Oni region lie primarily in access to densely clustered raw materials within their controlled space. These materials are highly coveted in the crafting of advanced stealth and radar technologies, lending to the discovery of even greater breakthroughs for all sentient life. Currently, there are 22,000 players that are in the Oni region, and it says their faction traits are diplomatic and technological, and here are their local resources here, which I'm sure are the ones that help you build stealth tech and whatnot. So what I was talking about earlier when I said that they each have advantages, we were right. It's the fact that they're each in a specific spot in the metaverse where the resources that you can mine close by in the safe sector are those that will give you advantages in stealth and scanning and things like that. All right, let's move on. Next, we'll go Ustur. Now, these ones are particularly cool. I am a fan of this type. Not as cool as aliens, in my opinion, but I know a lot of you think so. So more power to you. All right, here we go. Ustur cybernetic sentient beings have an origin shrouded in complex mystery. One legend tells of a Dyson sphere-powered supercomputer harnessing the energy of a Magnetar-class neutron star. That's really big, by the way. The energy throughput allowed the installed AI to advance beyond its physical location and withdrew from the parent machine without a trace. A millennium later, the Ustur appeared in a physicalized form through advanced sophomore robotics. However, none of them are able to recall their origin. but it is thought that their individual bodies contain a sliver of the original parent AI in pursuit of transcendent awakening and experiencing the metaverse through an organic medium. Become a part of the Ustur sector to also form your own path in this physical universe and ascend the ranks of every observable spiritual plane. Receive access to rare minerals vital to the formation of highly nimble thruster tech and top-tier hull reinforcing pipelines. Really, really cool. Okay, so right off the bat, we've got different resources here. So I'm not even going to try and pronounce them, but they're different than the Oni faction. Hull strength and exploratory is what these resources will allow you to do. And we've only got 18,000 players here. All right, wicked. That's awesome. Lastly is the mud territory. Right off the bat, I'm not a huge fan of the mud, mostly because humans are kind of boring, right? Like, we are humans, and I want the opportunity to turn into an android or an alien. So, I mean, great for the game for including humans. A lot of people love the mud faction, I think because they boast the firepower trait. And I think, that's really important to keep you safe and to dominate other guilds. So, like I said, more power to you. This has the least amount of total players in it. But let's dive in. Mud, or Manus Ultimus Divinium, or the Last Divine Hand, is a spacefaring faction of humans originating from their home planet of Earth. After uniting under a common cause inspired by a benevolent Fotoli scout, humans harnessed Earth's resources to set off for the stars. Under the contemporary leadership of, I'm going to say Karen. It could be Karen, like Pluto's moon is Karen. I'm going to say Sharon. Under the contemporary leadership of Sharon Gotti Jr., Mud Territory is established as the only legitimate human faction in the Council of Peace. Despite the dramatic losses in the Convergence War decades prior, Mud emerged as an industrial powerhouse in the region by securing diplomatic relations through fair trade with Oni and Ustur. Mud-controlled space provides proximity to raw materials that serve a core purpose in the component manufacturing process for distant astronomical travel and ballistics technology. Join Mud to ensure the perpetual fair and powerful leadership of humankind. This kind of reminds me of like Cerberus, like humans looking out for humans. I'm not sure how I feel about them. It's very interesting. I think it's very telling of the human like condition that this big Fotoli scout, they claim it as like a god, right? They form a new religion, and then they just suck the earth dry of resources and take off to the stars. So it's a pretty cool storyline. I think that Ustur has the coolest storyline, in my opinion. I think these guys probably have the coolest backstory that's probably going to lead to the coolest like in-game storylines. That being said, right now, it doesn't matter. Right now, choose whichever one you want. I'm going to go through what it looks like to actually choose a faction. And I was going to do Oni because they're aliens and they're really cool, but because it doesn't matter, the Ustur seemed the coolest to me, so let's dive in. All right, I clicked it and I'm clicking choose. Are you sure you want to choose Ustur sector? The faction choice is permanent. This may influence your ability to trade with other factions and will also determine which local resources you have access to. Please coordinate your decision with other players you'd like to join forces with. Okay, now that seems a little more intense. See, Ustur is really cool, but I want to be a data runner, and I like the stealth tech. So does it make sense to do Oni? I mean, I want to be a data runner. I should choose stealth tech. So I'm going to choose Oni. Let's do it like that. I think the Ustur is awesome, but let's choose Oni because I want stealth. I'm going to choose. And boom. Oh, here we go. Make sure you trust the application. Approve. I trust you, Star Atlas. I'm being enlisted into the Oni faction. All right. Should I have done Ustur? It's really cool, right? It's really cool. It makes sense that it's like exploratory or like whole strength. Ooh, welcome to Oni region. Okay, view profile or done? We view profile. Oh, that's me. Edit avatar? Wait a second. Okay. Universal rank, net worth, no organization rank, account age, few seconds. So if you want a super high account age, you better sign up. Faction Oni, faction rank, country of origin. Okay, let's see what happens when I edit avatar. What? Holy cow. I didn't know you could pick an avatar. Okay. Oh, these are really cool. This one's really cool. I mean, they're all really cool, but the light ones are the coolest. Oh, geez. This one feels very like, I feel like a lot of people would choose this because it's like very dominating, but it's really cool. This one seems a little more feminine, which is fine, but I do like that one a lot. I think this is what they look like when they're all curled up, I think. These are cool designs, but they're a little dull. We want to stand out a little bit, right? So this one's got like a U shape, so that makes me feel, I don't know, I'm overthinking these, but let's just choose one. It looks like I can edit it later. So I'm going to choose the chick. I always played it as Femme Shepherd anyway. Oh, approve. So that'll probably update soon. And then I edit my badge, whatever that means. I don't own any badges. Thanks. Actually, I do own badges. Oh, maybe that's just not a thing yet. But I do own badges. I own the Atlas badge. Okay. Anyway. So there you have it. That's what it looks like to sign up for a faction and customize your profile, I guess. Pretty cool. Thanks for watching this episode of Star Atlas Dowcast. I do want to point out that while this video is not sponsored by this DAC, most of the research of this episode was taken from an article created by Afia, which I've linked to below. If you enjoyed this video, please like it to support the channel, and subscribe and click the bell to be alerted when I release more videos. See you next time, and never stop exploring.